Well, it's another snowy day and the sun is not shining. And so, what could be better than to make some delicious breakfast? Here we go, omelets today. Hi, good morning everybody. How you doing? It's Sunday morning and I thought I'd bring you along while I make some breakfast. I have been making the most delicious omelets and they've been working well with my blood sugars. As many of you know, I've gotten type 2 diabetes beginning at the end of April 2020 and I'm working really hard to get rid of it. And this might inspire you too. So what we're doing, I'm making a delicious omelet and let's get to business here. We'll check out our pan. Okay, I have in the pan some mushroom and some onion and also some celery, cut up celery. Love cut up celery. And then I've added 2 little mini sausages that I had put into the microwave for about, a little more than, maybe about 50 seconds to get them a little bit unfrozen. Those sausages were the little kind that you get in the freezer section, and so I wrap them in a paper towel and I stick them in the microwave and just get them unfrozen and so they can cook. So we got all that. I'm going to remove the sausages and cut them up into little pieces so that it can go along with the rest of the ingredients that will be going into the omelet. Okay, I have removed the sausages. And look at the caramelization on those vegetables. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see that very well. But yeah, I'm going to turn down the temperature from 4 to about 3. Get that quite low until the egg mixture is ready to go. I'm going to remove this also and put it on a little plate and set it aside until we get our omelet going. And then we'll put that back in the omelet when it's time. But yummy! Those caramelization bits in there are wonderful. So I've removed the onions, mushrooms, celery, and the sausages from that egg pan. And I've just put them on a little plate. And then I've also done my egg test. If you haven't seen the egg test, please check my video on that egg test. It's so important that you don't use eggs that you haven't tested because one egg that's not good could get you really, really sick. I know. I ended up in the hospital from eating a bad egg once, and thank God it didn't come to much worse than just being really, really, really sick and getting a hospital bill. You can check my videos by checking the button above and connect to the egg test. That, I believe, is part of my garlic parmesan flatbread recipe. So check that out and please start doing the egg test. I highly recommend it. We've got our 2 eggs that have been checked and they are both good, and it takes a half a second to do that. It's well worth your time. And we've got our ingredients on a plate: the celery, onion, mushroom, and the chopped sausages that are already cooked. And then we have an empty bowl that we're going to crack our 2 eggs into and whip with a fork and get those nice and frothy. And then let's check out our pan. Look at those brown bits on the bottom. Those are not to go to waste because that there is flavor. So we're going to add a little bit of butter to the pan, and that'll bring up all those nice brown bits. But first we've got to whip up those eggs. So we just take a fork and just mix those eggs up really good till they're a little bit frothy. That'll be ready to make our omelet. Also, just a quick tip. See those eggshells? Don't throw them away. What I do is I rinse them out and I let them dry on my counter. Then I smash them and put them into a baggie. Those eggshells make great base of soil for your tomato plants to help stop end blossom rot. So those eggshells are a source of good nutrients for your plants. So don't throw them away. Might want to hang on to them. So back to the eggs. Let's get those mixed up a little bit, and we're going to be ready to pour that into the pan. And I've added a little bit of butter into the pan just to get up all those delicious flavors. And that's going to be in our omelet. So just add a little butter. I'm going to add a little bit more. I don't think I put enough butter in the beginning, so I added just a little bit more. We're ready to pour our eggs right into the pan once you see that the butter is bubbling a little bit. It's time. Okay, so I've added the eggs to the pan and they're starting to cook. And they look really good. And we've got our plate of veggies and meat sitting by. So we're going to flip that so it cooks on the other side. Then we'll add the ingredients of the plate into the omelet and add some cheese on top. And that'll just about be ready to go. But don't leave. I have one special surprise to make your omelets taste really great. And that's coming right up. Okay, it's time to flip the omelet so we can get our ingredients into it. And let's see if I can do it all with one fell swoop. But sometimes I have to cut the omelet in two, which is not a problem because it's going to be in two. It's going to be basically folded over anyway. But let's see. Okay, we flipped it. Yes, perfect. We'll make sure that both sides of the omelet are cooked. And what we're going to do, and here's the special surprise, we're going to add all of these ingredients. Yummy! Okay, we've got all those ingredients, and we're going to do something that makes the omelet taste a little extra special. In addition to our cheese, sprinkle some cheese. Oh, yes. Makes a heavenly morning, doesn't it? And it's a keto morning at that, so you can't go wrong. Now, we've got two ingredients standing by, and we're going to take those and spread that on with a spoon. That's some mayonnaise and a little bit of mustard. So, I take a spoon, and you'll see it here in just a second. So I've already put some mustard, just a few squirts. You can see it right here. Put a few squirts of the mustard in there, and just move it around with a spoon. Just spread it around. Then I've also added a little mayo, a scoop of mayo. And again, with the back of a spoon, just move that around a little bit. And that just gives your omelet that little bit of secret flavor that people are going to ask you about. So we've got the mustard and the mayo in there, off the heat to let that cook. There's our omelet. Let's get that into a dish, ready to eat and taste. All right, everybody, there's our omelet ready to eat. And that is big enough for really 2 meals after you've been on keto a while. If you're just starting keto, you're going to want the whole thing, I'm sure. Yum. That looks really good, doesn't it? Let's check in and take a bite. Okay. Here's our bite. Look at the cheese hanging from there. We've got some sausage. Yum. Looks good. Let's take a taste. What's for breakfast? Keto omelet. That is fantastic. I hope you try it real soon. And come on back to Keto in the Kitchen with Pat. Hope to see you then. Bye. So the eggshells have been washed and clean, dried, and they're in the baggie. And I just give them a smash with my hand or anything. But yeah. Just smash them up and keep that bag ready for when you do your gardening this summer. Really add some nutrients to the soil. You won't be sorry, and you won't have wasted those wonderful nature-given eggshells. Wow. That omelet is delicious. I have to say, I don't think I can just eat half. I think I need the full thing today. Thanks for stopping by Keto in the Kitchen with Pat. Come on back real soon. Bye.